Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back here in the Hunter Called Wild, and today we're going to be doing another trophy highlights from the past couple of weeks after the update and a little bit before. So starting off here with a clip actually from today's stream at the time of recording. A giant level 4 piebald fallow deer. Now, at first I thought, oh my gosh, is this the level 4 super rare? That can happen. And I'm like, there's no way it's going to score 259 because that's what normally Piebalds do, top or bottom of the estimate. So I'm like, it probably won't score 218 either, but I mean, 218 is more likely than 259 on a level 4 fallow deer. And I absolutely screw up that deer about 500 times. But as you can see, that looks giant. And picking him up, he is a 247, absolutely ginormous piebald fallow deer. So about 2 off diamond, and probably the biggest piebald that I will see for a very, very, very long time. And I'm super happy to get this guy. And as you can see by the sub count at the top, I actually was live. Now here's a pretty old clip from Parque Fernando where I actually found this level 5 Axis tier. As you can see by the, how fast I pull up the gun and stuff, I wasn't even level 60. But as you can see, I did take him with the 243 Cuomo, and he did go down kind of slow, but he did go down. And I really do love the Axis deer. I just wish that the diamonds were a little bit easier to come by and that people hunted them more because it's really hard to find a server at their drink time. But picking him up, he is a pretty massive diamond at 230. And by far my biggest diamond Axis ever. And I believe this is actually the big rack. And this is about as big as they're going to get, from my understanding, unless they are like a very unsymmetrical type rack. Also, on the exact same server, I ended up finding this level 5 black buck at a completely different lake. And took him right there on the run with, or actually on the trot, with the 243 Cuomo once again. And just like the Axis deer, I love the black buck. I just can't seem to find trophies, to be honest. But he is a pretty decent sized diamond at 134. But unfortunately, when you look at the shot placement, it has like this like black bubble thingy, which makes it look a little bit dumb, but not much you can do about that. Now I'm out here on the fallow deer grind, looking for zones, setting up originally. And I see this level 3 turkey go flying away, and came back, reset the time, everything like that. And he ended up being just right back. So, this was actually my first ever level 3 turkey off of Tiaroa. And he actually was a diamond at actually 4.69. A pretty large weight for the score. But still a diamond turkey and still pretty cool to find. Now moving on to Parque Fernando, once again, we were just out here, looking for I don't even know what. But there's a level 5 pig, and thought I might as well get him, considering I hadn't had one, and I'm also never going to pass up a diamond. So he has a pretty low estimate, only up to 147, and I tried to use the 22 there, but for some reason he does not go alert. So then I actually do it again, and he does go alert right there. Now, as you can see, I do get a perfectly broadside shot and drop him right there using the 308 AR. Now, the server host actually did change the time while tracking him, and lucky for me, I did know exactly where he died, so I didn't end up losing him. But he is a diamond barely, by like 0.7 something. So not a very huge diamond at all, but at least a diamond Peccary. And now moving over to Silver Edge Peaks, the oldest clip, and actually a actually not even my oldest clip, but my favorite, one of my favorite trophies I've gotten yet on this account, this giant level 5 mule deer. Now, I love this rack for the mule deer, and it is very hard to find. So, whenever I can find it, I'm super excited. But as you can see, he was a 340 plus diamond blonde mule deer on Silver Edge Peaks. Now, I really love the mule deer, like I was saying. Just any diamond, but especially this rack. I don't know why, it just means a lot to me because it was actually my first ever diamond mule, or my first ever diamond in this entire game. So I really like that rack so much. And once again, on Silver Ridge Peaks, different server, 5 medium mule deer. As you can see, I couldn't even mark him. It was so early, like, in the game. But I did get him there with the 308, and I actually thought I messed him up. But as you can see, he floats over here, and I do end up picking him up. And he is a diamond, just barely, at 312. Not a huge diamond at all, but finally I got a diamond with this rack after about 4 trolls. I believe all on Parque Fernando, which is very unlucky. But I actually really do love this rack for the mule deer, and I'm happy to at least get a single diamond with that rack. Yeah. So now moving on to Parque Fernando, once again, another big rack diamond mule deer, guaranteed. And this one is actually the gray fur type. So I actually do end up trying to alert him there with the 22. It doesn't work. So then I shoot over there to try to get him to go alert. I just end up shooting next to him. I thought he would go alert because he was so big, easier. But either way, I did take him there with the 7 mil bolt action. And as you can see, he does start to go down, which is pretty exciting. Now, a horrible spot for a screenshot, but either way, a big diamond at 336, and a max weight at that. So, pretty awesome, and pretty also exciting to get a non-blonde diamond mule deer, because my other two were actually blondes. Now, on stream, this is a very old clip, as you can see. We have gained about 200 subscribers since this clip. Either way, there is a absolutely ginormous level 4 pronghorn. Now, this is the first pronghorn with this specific rack that I've ever seen. Now, it looks really, really cool and also pretty weird. So, I do find it pretty interesting, and I do take him down right there. I do really love the pronghorn, but I don't really hunt them that much because of their drink time being in the middle of the night. But as you can see, he is a diamond at 100 plus, which is my biggest ever diamond pronghorn. And his rack is so tall and not very wide. I think it's just so cool for the pronghorn and just for any species in the game when they're just not normal. Now here, my first ever male Banteng I ever spotted, like first heard, I see this guy. Now I'm like, I have no clue what diamond is, so I'll just shoot him. Maybe he'll be decent. I did know that that was max weight, but as you can see laying there, he's giant. And he's a 140 diamond Banteng level 4. And I really do think the Banteng are awesome. I just really wish that they didn't make diamond as much because they're so cool. And the diamonds are a little bit too common for my liking, personally. Once again, out here running to go hunt some crocs on the coast. And we have a Mocha level 5 guaranteed diamond Banteng. Now all I had here is the 470, and as you can see I tried my best to zoom it in because you can't really see. But right there, I shoot him and he goes aggressive. Now I think I fully screwed him up and basically just hit flesh. So I'm wanting him to charge me, but he starts to die, and then it makes me think, oh no, I must have screwed him up, and he's just dying quickly because it's the 470, the most powerful gun in the game. But he trots right up. I drop him on the spot right there with the 470 to a double lung shot, and I do end up taking a picture or two. And turns out the first shot was actually good anyway. It was a single lung hit, but still a Diamond Mocha Banteng, which is very, very cool. But that's going to do it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.